In the last episode, we have discussed how to interact with the clients. Some part of it we have already discussed regarding whenever the client came to you, how to deal with him, how to get the information from him, how to receive the documents from him. Now you have received the information. Now you have received the documents. Now you have discussed the matter with your client, and now you are aware what are his grievances. And as a legal brain, you have almost reached to a conclusion that what is the remedy available to such a client. Now, the next step is how to proceed further. My suggestion is whatever remedy you have finalized, zero down. Now read the statutory law pertaining to that issue, rules, regulations. Read thoroughly about that issue. What the law says, what the existing law says. What are the requirements for getting relief for that remedy? And thereafter, read the precedents, the judge-made law on those issues. How the court has interpreted those statutory provisions, rules, or regulations on that particular aspect. Read those judgments also. And thereafter, you have a better perspective and idea how to deal with that issue. Just to explain it further, I am giving you one example. Suppose you have finalized that your client has the best available remedies, specific performance of an agreement. He has entered into an agreement to sell, and due to some reason or the other party has committed the breach of that agreement. Your client want to get it specifically enforced through court of law. You have interacted with your client. You have received the information whether your client has the original agreement to sell or not. What is the date of the agreement? Who are the witnesses on the agreement? Whether that agreement is registered or not? Whether the date is fixed for the execution of the sale deed or not? If it is fixed, what action your client has taken for the compliance of that condition, whether your client is ready and willing or not, whether he has served the notice or not, if not, what are the reasons. So this is one aspect. So get all those. Read the basic provisions of Specific Relief Act in consonance with that. So then you will know what is the law on the issue. Then read the law interpreted by the honorable courts. Then you will finally make out that these are the relevant facts with you. This is the statutory law available with you, and this is the interpretation given by the courts on that issue. So now you know these are the relevant facts, these are the material facts, these are the material witnesses, this is the basic law on that issue. Now conduct a meeting with your client. Get the required further information from him. One, suppose we are talking about the agreement. Again, whatever questions I have put to you, like whether he has the original or not. If he is not having the original, where is the original? Now regarding witnesses, who are the witnesses to the agreement? Whether the witnesses are available or not, whether they are alive or not, whether the plaintiff is in a position that those witnesses may come forward and give the evidence to support the claim of the plaintiff. So all these things. So now you have to jot down the relevant facts. One, the material witnesses and the law. Now, whomsoever be the material witnesses, you have to create a structure of your case in the shape of the facts, witnesses, and thereafter plead the case accordingly. If you are very clear before filing a case that these are the relevant facts, these are the material witnesses required to prove those material facts, and this is the law in support of you, and if you draft a case after doing this homework, you will definitely know how to get along with the suit during the proceedings. Thank you very much.